It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And we'll get a look at this team's versatile linebacker. He's a nightmare to deal with in the front seven. Buckle up. There's football coming your way. Coming up next.
It is time for football as we welcome you to another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. So good to have you with us. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson. Greg, wild first month of the calendar in the NFL. Had some great games, some finishes that were pretty special, the usual surprises. Now, we hit October, and like you say, this is where the season really gets going.
Yeah, doesn't it just feel like on the NFL calendar, every month kind of has its own vibe, right? It's September, you're just starting to figure out how good you are. You don't even know how good your own team is, let alone the rest of the league. But once the calendar page turns to October, things start to become a little bit more...
All right, just about set for football. The crowd is definitely ready. So are we. Off we go on EA Sports. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. This crowd ready in anticipation. Their offense taking the field for the first time. Leading this offense, their veteran quarterback.
It's not often that you can win by multiple scores in the NFL, so you got to imagine they're coming into this week's game with a lot of confidence. They were able to put together a pretty well-rounded performance in all three phases last week. So, again, can they build off that? Can they continue to grow as an entire team? Because offense, defense, and solid contribution from their special teams, they showed last week, and going forward, this is going to be a hard team to beat.
And he's going to get first down, taking this one up past the 40-yard line. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. There you get a look at his numbers on the ground a week ago as a part of their victory. Look him up on a 2nd down and 8. Now a give up the middle, and they're going to work this down inside the 45.
The goal of every offense, Mike, is to find a way to establish a balance between the run and the pass. With some success here early on the ground, will open up things as the game unfolds for the quarterback in this passing game.
And he'll work his way down to about the 41. Now this time they'll look to throw. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. But think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
1st and 10. Now they'll set up to throw. A throw left side, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on 1st down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the 1st down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down?
9th play of this opening drive, trying to keep it going here on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
I'd say one of the most critical elements of a dynamic offense, Mike, is how efficient are you on 3rd down? It's something these teams stress all week. Here's an opportunity to continue to extend this drive. The defense wins this time and brings up 4th down. And that's a good drive right out of the gate. They're able to make some plays, move the ball down the field. I know they didn't get a touchdown, but that is a good, positive result.
3 points on that opening drive. We'll see the response as the kick's away. Now return coming from the 7. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. So the visitors ready to go on offense here for the first time. Leading this offense, their veteran quarterback.
Coming off a loss last time out, I think the #1 goal today, Mike, is he needs to make a bigger impact on the outcome of today's game. Last week, he was not bad by any stretch of the imagination, but it was really just a modest performance.
The blitz overwhelming the offensive line, and down he goes. Now, following that sack, we have a player who was injured. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. He'll drop to throw. Throwing right, it's taken in. 3rd and long. Oh, got him again the second time with a sack on this opening drive.
Sometimes you just have to know when the play is over and live to play another down. He has pressure coming right at him, and instead of just throwing the ball away, he tries to escape, he tries to get creative, and he ends up losing a lot more yards than he should have.
Punt team out, ready to send this one away, as he's standing right around his own goal line. Now a fair catch is taken here, just short of the 45-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. His drive will start on the ground, and he'll get about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. From the 50, he'll set up to throw. There's a throw right side. It's going to be incomplete. 3rd and 5. They'll look to set up the screen here. That screen goes for 12, and that's a 1st down.
The best time to call a screen is when the defense is anticipating pass. Allow that defensive front to rush the passer. Just get through the offensive line enough before you drop it to your back. Get out behind those big offensive linemen and pick up the 1st down.
Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
Back to the air one more time. And he'll get about 5 here as he's out of bounds with a 1st down. Slot receiver headed right. They fake the jet sweep and give it up the middle. He's going to be marked down at the 12-yard line.
This is already a little better than the first time they had the ball, Mike. Remember, opening possession, 3 and out. Showing some signs of life here now. Nice pick up there by the back to pick up the 1st down.
They motion the slot man left. They run on the jet sweep. He's down inside the 10. A gain of 4. Here's 2nd and 6. He'll look to throw. He's got it at the 3. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the 1st down. 3rd and a yard. From out of the gun, he'll throw. That is caught by the tight end for the touchdown. It's his second touchdown of the year.
Now remember back, Mike, their first drive, they had to settle for 3. So they definitely didn't want to have to do that again. So really solid drive from start to end, and they're finally able to cap it off with a touchdown.
The kicking team off for the extra point. He gets it to go, and his guys are out to a 10-0 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This one taken at the 7. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. They'll try to get the running game going. His first carry. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. With that, I want to give you a look at his numbers on the ground in last week's game. Here's a 2nd and 6. Here's a toss, right side. And the defense there to meet him. They'll hold him to 2 and bring up 3rd down. Back to throw. He's got his man, right side. It's complete. 15-yard pickup there. And that will be a 1st down.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Here's a handoff out of the gun. Room to run at the 35. A terrific run there, all the way down to the 30-yard line.
Big hole up the middle. The interior of this offensive line did a great job clearing some space. The back saw it quick, and he hit it. The next thing you know, he was in the secondary for a big pickup.
And a good job following his blockers, a gain of 7. It'll be 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's a give up the middle. He's going to be marked down at the 12-yard line.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, his offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
We are through 1. 10-0 is our score. And EA Sports NFL Sunday returns after this. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, if you're going to target him in the end zone, you better come correct, man, because this guy, he embraces those moments of one-on-one coverage when it matters the most, and I think he just saved 6 by getting his...
And he's in for the score. Not going for 2, they'll kick the point after. He's got it. And the visitors are on the board. It's 10-7. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. On the return, it's Williams. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Quick throw, taken in. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. 2nd and 7. He's going to force his way for a yard or 2, but looks like this one's going to be coming back. Pass right side, taken in by Cooks. And he'll get about 6 before he's taken down. Here's a 3rd and 10. And this drive is over before it can start. He's swallowed up to force 4th down.
Outside of a turnover, this was probably the worst case scenario. Immediate pressure in his face with nowhere to go with the ball downfield. Just get the ball out of your hand. Live to play another down. Instead, he retreats backwards and leads to a massive loss.
And now the punting unit will come on, as he'll hit this from just outside of his own goal line. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. This offense making its way back on the field, led by their wide receiver. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10.
Timing and trust. Critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
Back to the air once more on 2nd down.
There was no hesitation from the quarterback. From the jump, he knew where he wanted to go with that ball, but it still leads to an incompletion. They're just still not quite on the same page.
And this drive is over before it can start. He's swallowed up to force 4th down.
We're starting to see in these passing situations, Mike, this defensive line is starting to have their way against this group up front, because right now, their pass protection is breaking down and his quarterback's paying the price for it.
Here's their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. A fair catch signaled, and they'll have it just outside their own 20. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. Blitz coming, he'll throw it. Quickly to the outside and complete. Nice gain on 1st down, but the penalty flags come in. And the question now, will the play stand? They'll send a tight end in motion. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. 2nd and 11. Lone back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6, and it sets up 3rd down. Going for it all. That is brought in. And they bring him down there, but it is inside the 10. It is going to be 1st and goal.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
Ball sitting at the 7. First and goal. Throwing now from the gun. This one caught at the 4. To the goal line and in. Touchdown. Extra point try forthcoming. He knocks it through. And his guys will get out in front 17-7. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Now return coming from the 7. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. He'll be brought down after a short pickup to about the 29. Here's 2nd and 9. That one incomplete.
And you can see the quarterback, he's looking up at the Jumbotron after that throw, Mike. He knows he just got away with one, and he's thinking, all right, what do I got to do to make an adjustment that it's not so close the next time?
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
Fair catch is called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. This offense and their running back heading back on the field. Set to go now on 1st and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. He finds a seam, a good run, up past the 40. Let's give him 9 on that one. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. Throw left side, but that's going to be incomplete.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
A pickup there of 13. That's enough for a 1st down.
The offensive line doing a great job opening these run lanes. They have been there this entire first half, and I think if I'm this play caller, until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away, I think I'm just going to keep turning around and handing it to that guy.
On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. That's into the hands of the veteran Cooks. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down. They'll look to throw. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15.
No, Mike, I really like this game plan, right? The strategy on 3rd and short so often is, okay, just get enough for the 1st down. If you decide to air it out, everything short, get a fresh set of downs. They're saying the defense is going to pack it in close. They're protecting the sticks. So let's just throw it over their head and try to go for a big play.
Man, a gain of 4 as he's taken down. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. The training staff going to look, and will step out for a moment. And that's going to wind up uncatchable out of the back of the end zone. It's incomplete. Converted twice on third down already on this drive. Now can they do it for a third time? And he can't get away. Down he goes back to the 16.
And that's a big-time play. It felt like they really needed it, Mike. That was a drive where the offense seemed to be in complete control. Anytime on the defense where you find yourself on your heels, you're giving up big plays, you're giving up fresh set of downs, you need a spark. You need something to change the momentum of the drive, and we'll see if that was it right there.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. The return starts from the 5. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. They're going to motion the tight end over here. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line.
Now, this is the epitome of a really short throw and a really nice run after catch. And listen, for a quarterback, it all counts the same. You don't always have to throw the ball downfield to generate explosive plays, and these drag routes can be very, very effective.
2nd down and 8. They run out of the gun and tag on a reverse. And nothing cooking on that one. He'll be met and tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, as been the case this entire first half, it's been the defense that's really carried the load for this team. Some offensive struggles, but they've done more than their part, coming through again with another big stop for a loss. Quickly, he gets it out to his right.
And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down. On comes the punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And he'll get a few yards on this return up past the 15-yard line. This offense ready for their next possession, led by their running back. And he's been a tough man to stop in this first half, putting up some big numbers already. And remember, we haven't even reached halftime yet. Quick throw here is complete. And he's going to be taken down as we hit the 2-minute warning here in this first half. They face 2nd down and 7. That's to the middle of the field and caught by Cooks. And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass, get past the first down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. It's exactly how it played out here. You can drop all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop.
Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. They'll look to throw yet again. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And it'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down. They'll look to throw again. Trying to set up the screen, but he just had to spike that one. This will be incomplete. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. They'll throw out of the gun. Got his receiver on the in-cut. He's got it. Now this offense can use the first of their timeouts. They get the stoppage with just over 50 seconds to play in this first half. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. Taking off.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
2nd down and 3. Now, faking the give. Hook's able to pull that one in. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a 1st down.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all of that, but it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately as his head comes around? If the ball's thrown too early, the receiver's not ready. If the ball's thrown too late, that's when disaster strikes.
Now they'll set up to throw. Catch is made there on the left side by Cooks. And he'll take it on in. Has a touchdown. His 2nd touchdown of this first half. And that is number 2. Greg, he is off to some kind of start in this one. 2 quarters and 2 receiving touchdowns.
Mike, this is one of those situations where as a defensive coordinator, you've got to give your group an answer, because right now, they don't have one for this guy.
The extra point, up and good. And his guys add on one more as they extend their 2nd quarter lead. Here comes a return from the 5. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. Back to throw. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. Here now, 3rd and 5. He'll look to throw. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble 2nd reaction mode, and let's also give some credit to the back end doing a nice job plastering with their assignment, and he had no choice but to throw it away.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Handoff here, up the middle. And he'll take this up, working towards the 1st down mark. He gets 5, but is just a little short of the 1st down. So we reach halftime in what has been, to this point, a one-sided game. Let's get right back to it. Quarter number 3 set to begin. He'll start at the 4. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Three tight ends in the game to start the drive. The third quarter begins with a run. What more could you ask for on first down? Nice run of 8, setting up second and short. Now off the bootleg, he'll look to throw here. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a first down. It's a big one right there. 31 yards.
Everyone talks about all the physical qualities to play quarterback in the NFL, Mike, and of course that's a given, but it's really the cerebral approach to the game that separates the best from everybody else, and I think both of those things were on display there, as he did not only a great job of finding the vulnerabilities of the back end, but then once his guy was there, it was that arm talent that put the ball in the exact right spot to allow his guy to make the big play. Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, second and long, you could really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
Quick throw, taken in, and a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up third down. He'll take a shot here for the end zone. That is knocked away downfield, incomplete. He made sure not to let the receiver get behind him. Third down stop sets up fourth down. So the decision has been made, and they will send the field goal unit out. And he missed it. It's no good. Everything's going wrong. Unable to cut into this big deficit. That's the danger. They try to sell out and block it. Instead, get the roughing call, and it results in a first down. He'll go left side here and complete this one. And he's going to be taken down.
Every quarterback's dream is, can I get the ball out of my hand as fast as possible and get it to a guy that can do the rest after the catch? And it seems like nowadays, throughout the entire league, the best offenses thrive in yards after the catch.
Here now, second down and goal. Now they'll pitch it out here. And he'll go down back at the 4-yard line.
You can see the running back. He's waiting patiently for that cutback lane to open, and it just never did. Great job by the defense continuing to string that play out sideways, and they're able to take him down for a loss.
Throwing here on third and goal. To the end zone there, but it is incomplete.
Teams practice these situations all week long, Mike. Down here in the tight red zone, you find yourself inside the 10-yard line. You're thinking, we've got to come away with a touchdown. Well, after that third down incomplete, it's going to be real interesting to see how they approach this fourth down after failing on third. Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in first and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
Across the 20, they'll mark them down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. So now, out comes the offense, led by their quarterback as they take over once again. And we show you some of the highlights, and there have been plenty to choose from. 3 touchdown passes and some other big-time throws as well. Certainly dialed in and on top of his game right throughout this one. Out of the gun, here's a run up the gut. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's second down. Throw on the move is caught. And he's going to get this to the 37-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. Now a give on the ground. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down. On play action, he'll set up to throw. Oh, he gets a good read defensively and intercepts it. And the visitors are going to get this back at their own 34-yard line.
You know, Mike, I like the mindset of this offensive coordinator. He's saying, listen, I'm not looking to preserve this lead. I'm looking to extend my lead. Now, that aggressive play calling in this case led to the turnover. Now your defense has to take the field. Can they bail you out and keep this lead unchanged prior to their next possession?
They'll go with a counter on 1st down, and not much materializes there. He'll get this to the 35. Here's a 2nd and 9. Fires quickly. It is complete on the slant.
We hear the term RPO so often, Mike, and it continues to kind of trickle its way into the NFL. But remember, it's a lot different in the NFL than it is in the college game where it's a lot more prevalent. The lineman cannot go downfield. So that quarterback has to make a lot of really fast snapshot decisions, or else it's going to lead to a penalty or him holding on to the ball too long. So it's something that teams want to implement, but maybe not quite to the level that we see in the college game.
And no return on this one. Fair catch signaled for and taken. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Now, he'll air one out. That is knocked away. Incomplete. Good coverage there defensively. All over him. And it'll be 2nd down. This pass right side taken in by Cooks. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. Here's a 3rd down and 4. And that is incomplete.
And barring an aggressive decision here on 4th down, it just seemed like a really wasted possession to go 3 and out, not able to pick up a single 1st down. Not only do you not able to gain any field position advantage, it really takes a lot of the wind out of your sails as you find yourself jogging off the field and the punt team coming on.
First and 10. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Got a man open downfield on the crossing route. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
The nice thing about these crossing routes, Mike, is it doesn't stress your protection. It's a very easy, high percentage completion for the quarterback, and when done right, you can get the ball into the hands of your receiver in open space with a lot of room to run after the catch.
First and 10 now from the 36. Up the middle they go. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. On the bootleg, he'll look to throw. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up third down. They'll look to throw. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a first down.
I love the timing between the receiver and the quarterback. It's a really nice route. He's going to take this up the field, and then when he pulls that string back and he comes out of his break, the ball is there immediately. You can't wait for the receiver to actually look. This ball is well in the air before that receiver comes out of his cut.
2nd and 7. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. Quick throw here is complete. And he'll be taken down.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's 1st and goal.
That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete.
Doesn't get much better than that. Had he gotten there just a little bit earlier, he probably draws the flag a little late, and it's probably a touchdown.
They'll look to throw yet again. And this throw out of the back of the end zone. It's incomplete. 2 incomplete passes now lead to this 3rd down and goal. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. To the back of the end zone. He's got it for the touchdown. That's his 2nd touchdown of the game. He's doubled his season output. He now has 4.
We were talking during the break, Mike. We felt that this was kind of a do-or-die drive. They felt like they needed to come away with the touchdown here, and now they're showing a little life.
Yeah, a little bit of belief, don't you think? Everyone on that field knows they've been a part of a comeback before. It's a pretty big mountain, but a good way to get started here to begin this half. No problem there on the extra point, and the visitors are able to cut the deficit to 10. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This one taken at the 7. Now an opening past the 30. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. The offense headed back out, captained, of course, by their quarterback. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. Catch number 7 so far in this one, and a first down.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
So, 3 quarters now in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 50, he'll set up to throw.
That's a throw that's going to make them cringe on Monday, Mike, in the film room. At this level, quick hitters, those quick, easy passes, those should be borderline automatic. But it was anything but this time around.
In trouble, and down he goes.
All these stops are great. You're trying to cut back into this deficit, find your way back into this game. But the defense can make as many stops as they want, Mike. This game's going to come down to what does their offense do when they take the field.
Good hang time. The fair catch will be made back at their own 12. So they come to the line for first down and 10. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete. We'll try again. It's second and 10. They'll throw out of the gun. Got his receiver on the in-cut. He's got it. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on third down. He'll drop to throw. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target.
Critical third down conversion there, Mike. Now brings up a fresh set of downs. You find yourself here trailing in the fourth quarter. They got to go down and score, and they got to score fast.
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap. And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
A gain there of 16 yards, and that will be a first down.
And that's a heck of a run there on 3rd and 1. So often these backs, they're just thinking, all right, just get 1 yard, pick up the first down. But not this guy. He's thinking, I know where the marker is, but I'm going to pick up as many yards after that as I can. That's exactly what he does. Fresh set of downs.
There's that man again, another catch. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled?
And he will score! Game on! For the score! Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
Point after, coming up here. The kick is good. Important extra point. The difference is just 3, a field goal here in the fourth quarter. So they've cut into the lead. Now just a field goal behind as they kick it off. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The home team's offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long.
He does a fantastic job, Mike, of not only locating the ball in the air, but then attacking it hands on hands. That's exactly something they work on every week in practice. Great job translating those drills into a live game.
And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the fourth quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative, just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. Back to the air one more time. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down. 3rd and a yard. Try to pick this one up on the ground. Take this inside the 40 to the 39, but most importantly, they've got it. That's a first down. Now they'll set up to throw. They'll look to set up the screen here. Good pickup of 16 on that screen play, and a first down.
How often do we see, Mike, the running back, they get a little too antsy and they go a little too fast on these screen plays. In this case, great job by the back. First, he let his offensive lineman go out. He then follows behind. That's the key to a good screen play.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. Toward the middle of the field that time, but incomplete.
Seems like the quarterback was a little predetermined in his read. I think he decided even before seeing the coverage where that ball was going. Next time, read the coverage. Let the play unfold. Don't force something that's not there. Outbreaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
And he's going to have the first down. They convert on 3rd, and it sets up a 1st and goal.
At this point in the game, Mike, it really starts coming down to the number of possessions. So that's a huge first down conversion. Fresh set of downs. Now, the balance is stay aggressive and maintain the ball, but also start working this clock.
Ball at the 3, 2nd down and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Touchdown. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the 4th quarter. Get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the 4th quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
The extra point is up and through. And his guys will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. This returnable from the 4. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. Back to throw here to begin the drop. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, taken in over the middle. 2nd and a yard. They'll turn and hand this one off. And some good running there. That's a first down up to the 43. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. He'll look to throw. Quick throw, out wide. It's caught. They'll look to pick this up, 3rd and a yard. They'll try to get this one on the ground. And he will work this down to the 43-yard line, and that is enough for a first down. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. Working from the shotgun, he'll hand this one off. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard. That's it. He'll look middle and he's got his man complete. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. He'll go left side here and complete this one.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there. That's going to be intercepted in the end zone.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's position. Being able to get himself to a spot to get his hands on the ball and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. His drive will start on the ground, and he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he'll have enough to move the chains. He'll take this forward for about 3 yards. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. They show jet sweep and instead run it up the middle. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards. They'll stick with him again. And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up 3rd down. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. That is a worrisome development here late in the game. On 3rd down, they'll try to get it on the ground. A gain there of 10 yards. That's enough for a 1st down.
This is the moment in the game, Mike, where it really matters to have a run game. You find yourself winning here late. You want to try to run the clock out and finish with the ball. And boy, do they ever. Give credit to this offensive line and running back. They came through when their team needed them the most.
So the fans gonna head home happy. It's a win for the hometown squad. They're able to bounce back after a difficult loss a week ago, respond with a much better overall performance, and it culminates in a victory. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody.